what I can't seem to get over: nominal Catholicism. Why is that even a thing? Once I started learning about Catholicism and all the claims it makes, I had this strange reaction. And at the time, I was a Protestant, so I wasn't buying everything that the church claimed, but what I couldn't understand was how those people who claimed to be Catholic but didn't live it could function like that. I mean, why be a Catholic and not follow the church's teaching? I could never understand that, and I still can't. I just can't seem to get over it. Why belong to a church that makes these claims but then act like it doesn't matter? I wonder if it's because for so many people, Catholicism isn't really their faith, it's just their title. For some reason, identifying as a Catholic makes people feel like they belong or that they're safe or something. They've bought into this idea that their ticket to heaven is punched, and that's all that matters in the end. And they're gonna die a Catholic, but they certainly don't want to live as a Catholic. And I don't get that, and I can't seem to get over it. Here's why. The Catholic Church claims its teachings are not just another version of Christianity, but in actuality, the fullness of Christianity. Well, if that's true, then shouldn't all Catholics live in obedience to what the church teaches? Now, I get that we all sin and that we all fall short, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Catholics who openly oppose what the church teaches and they don't seem to care. I don't get that, and I can't get over it. If that's your stance, then why not leave the church and just go become something else that doesn't have this rigid, ultimate truth claim? And I know that many people do. I get that. I also get the fact that some people just wreck their faith. Some people stop believing altogether. Some people fall too far into sin and end up believing the lie that they're irredeemable. And some other people just get seduced by the world. Hey, I get that too. What I don't get are those that stay Catholic but don't care. I just can't seem to get over that. Another reason why I can't get over this whole nominal Catholic thing is because being Catholic is truly amazing. When you embrace the truth of the power of God in the sacraments, how can that not become the center of your life? And more importantly, how can you not be full of joy? How can you act like life really stinks when you have the sacraments? Jesus Christ, truly present in the Eucharist. He makes himself available to us. He enters into our world tangibly. He's the focus of the Mass. And some Catholics just don't seem to care, and I don't get it. I can't get over that. Let's talk about confession. You can have your sins absolved and forgiven by Jesus Christ through a man whose authority has come down from Jesus himself. Why wouldn't you want that? And some Catholics just don't seem to care. I don't get that. These things and more have changed my life, and I'm certainly not holding myself up as the perfect Catholic. Hey, I'm happy to be the least of these when it comes to the faith, my friends. And there are so many heroes who have shown us what it means to live this beautiful faith beautifully. And that is inspiring. And that's basically what it means to be Catholic. To be agreeing with the church, to recognize what the church teaches and claims, and then to live it with joy. So for people who are Catholic in name but don't care, there's a breakdown in one of these areas. Now maybe the nominal Catholics just don't know what the church teaches. Well, whose fault is that? Ultimately, I can't answer that question. Now, a lot of people say things like, well, poor catechesis. There's a whole generation of people who weren't properly catechized, and that's probably true, but honestly, that hasn't really helped me because I had zero catechesis and I found my way into the church. And at some level, aren't we all responsible for what we believe or don't believe, despite how we were raised? I think it boils down to this. We learn about what we value. And if someone wants to know what the church teaches, it's not a secret. Now, maybe the problem is that many people just don't value it. Why is that? Hey, I'm not here to answer that. In fact, the purpose of this video is me asking that question, so maybe you can help me understand. I'd love to read your thoughts in the comments, my friends. My point isn't to judge anyone. It's interesting, but since becoming Catholic, I am way less judgy than I used to be. I think it's because I'm too focused on what I need to work on to look down on others. But my issue is that being Catholic is so awesome. I just want everyone to be as excited about it as I am. It's kind of like when you have a restaurant that you love and you've been raving about it, and someone finally eats there and they act like it was all right, just okay, and you're like, what's wrong with you? Well, maybe they just weren't hungry because they ate before they went. Maybe they were distracted because they didn't like the waiter. Or maybe they just couldn't get past the background music. I think similar things can be true for Catholics. It's easy to get distracted and lose sight of what's really going on here. But when people see others loving it and being so passionate, maybe, just maybe that will help them wonder what they're missing. So yeah, let's do that. Thanks for riding with me. God bless.